What's up, Cam?
I don't know, Mitch. Michigan is the Big Ten champions in basketball. And I know you care so much. That's why I'm telling you this on the podcast.
That's my favorite.
That's what's up.
I'm so excited for you.
I don't believe you. Anyways, how are you?
I'm doing great. Doing good.
Okay, then.
I don't know what else to
I'm not
say,
sure I
honestly.
believe. I'm not sure I believe you, but okay, we'll go with it.
I don't know. I don't know that if any of my sports teams are doing great right now or not. Green Bay didn't go to the Packers didn't go to the Super Bowl, so that was a little bit depressing.
My team's never been to the Super Bowl, Mitch. Ever.
Mm-hmm. That kind of goes back to you picking a bad team. That's all.
Hey, you know what? That's fair.
But no, the Brewers just started training camp. Quite honestly, like, I grew up watching baseball. I don't follow the Brewers super close. I do have a hat on right now that's the Brewers, but that's because I like the hat.
It's a good logo.
It is a good logo. But training camps in session. I do kind of like listening to baseball on the radio in the background, but that's really because it's kind of nostalgic for me because we grew up. Like, if the Brewers were playing, the radio was on in the house somewhere with the Brewer game on. The Brewers were on the TV, it was probably on the TV in the house somewhere. So it was just kind of like that was spring and summer for us growing up. We went down to a couple of games a year, and it was fun. That was in the old Milwaukee County Stadium. I've only been to, it's not Miller Park anymore, but it's always going to be Miller Park to me.
Yeah.
The newer stadium. Been down there once, I think. My memory serves.
I've been to one game there too. It was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It's a cool stadium.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, I think it's kind of funny. I've been kind of keeping my eye on the job market for audio editors and podcasting and stuff like that. The DJ/announcer position for the Red Sox at Fenway Stadium was being advertised. So they were looking for a new person to do that. And if it hadn't meant moving to Boston to do it, not to say I don't have anything against Boston, I just don't want to move anywhere. But I was like, that would have been a kind of a cool gig to have,
Yeah.
That'd have been fun.
You would have had to adopt a wicked Southie accent, though.
Oh, that's all right. I can manage. It's Boston.
Wicked.
It's Boston.
Dude, Boston's a cool town.
I would love to visit Boston.
I really enjoyed it when we went.
All right, so we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to play a little Would You Rather game, just because we are recording ahead of time because somebody's got is going to be going away, and we figured this would be the easiest way to handle getting an episode out to you guys. But I think we're going to have some fun with this. So we are using an app, I should say brought to you by Poddex, but they're not paying for this. But Poddex, they have cards available, physical cards that you can use. I think they'd be good for parties and, whatever. But they recently, as within the last year, released an app that has all their decks in it on top of a bunch of other decks that they've created that are really cool. And we're going to be reading out of the Would You Rather deck, at least to start. Maybe we'll move to a different deck later, but there's some interesting things you'll find out a little bit more about Cam and I through this process, because
I'm a little nervous.
To kick off the Would You Rather deck, would you rather snort wasabi or get a jalapeno seed stuck in your eye?
Oh my gosh, I'm not drinking any more water because I almost just spit it out on my on my computer. Would I rather snort wasabi or get a jalapeno seed stuck in my... Oh my...
I don't think that either one of these is mutually exclusive to the place you're putting it. I was going to say the orifice you were putting it into, but
honestly, I think I would snort the wasabi.
I would probably lean towards snorting the wasabi as well, because I can't imagine how terrible it would be. Actually, I can imagine how terrible it would be, because I think I got something on my hand once that had at least the chemical in pepper, I'm trying to capsaicin, I think it is. Whatever it was that I was handling had a little bit of that in it, and I rubbed my eye because it itched or whatever, and that was just like the worst 15 minutes of my life. So
yeah, so my theory, and I love wasabi and I love jalapenos. I enjoy them. I had sushi on Thursday night because I got home from the airport and didn't have any food. I was like, oh, wasabi, yes, get in my belly. But the reason I chose wasabi over the jalapeno is wasabi is intense, but it's fast. Like it's hot for like 5-10 seconds, and then you're good. Jalapeno, not as intense, but the heat persists.
And your eye.
Yeah, and my eye. So I chose the intense quick pain over the temporary blindness that would last quite a while.
And quite honestly, I'll just say I am not a fan of wasabi. I've had it before. Like it's not for me. But I do enjoy hot stuff. Just the taste of it just doesn't intrigue me.
So. Have you seen Cars 2, Mitch?
I don't believe I have.
Oh, it's so much better than the first movie.
No.
Anyways, I won't. There's a wasabi scene in the movie that I'm not going to reenact because you haven't seen it. So we'll just move on. But you should watch it. It's really quite funny.
So would you rather have a pebble in your shoe or an eyelash in your eye that you can't get out?
Like ever?
It says an eyelash in your eye you can never get out.
Or a pebble in my shoe.
I would take the pebble in my shoe. Yeah, that one's dumb.
Because guess what? I don't always wear shoes. I always have an eyeball in my eye socket.
Yeah. and that's the worst, having an eyelash in your eye.
Yeah.
So moving right along. Here's an interesting one. Would you rather have chicken noodle soup or NyQuil when you don't feel well?
Huh.
I'm going to go NyQuil.
Why is that?
Because I love just taking a little bit of NyQuil and just being dead to the world for like 8 hours.
Yeah, that does sound nice. I don't know. I might agree with you on this one, Mitch. Chicken noodle soup is yummy. I do enjoy it.
I do enjoy chicken noodle soup. I just don't see that it does anything for me outside of a little bit of nourishment.
Yeah. Some nice sleep does sound good.
Yeah, I'm going NyQuil.
I wish they made NapQuil.
NapQuil.
It only knocks you out for 2 hours, but man, when you wake up, do you feel good?
Yeah. Well, they've got the new ZQuil. I don't know if you've seen this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it does though.
All it is a sleep aid. It has nothing else in it. So you can take it and it will knock you out.
That stuff makes me so nervous.
I would definitely get dependent upon it and then wouldn't be able to sleep without it. So I wouldn't do it. I do take melatonin. At least I have been lately because I've been having trouble sleeping, and that works for me. But matter of fact, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning when I take the melatonin. But NyQuil for sure.
Yeah, I'll go with NyQuil. Even though chicken noodle soup. Could we get chicken noodle soup flavored NyQuil? I'm not going to do this for all the questions, but I feel like that's another thing that should happen, right? Because NyQuil tastes gross.
Can I admit something to you? I kind of like the taste of NyQuil. Whether it's the green or I think the green is kind of has a licorice flavor to it.
Yeah.
And the cherry stuff. Either one of those I enjoy. So
I've only ever had the green NyQuil.
Yeah. No, they have like a wild cherry one or something like that.
It's yucky.
But I'm a big fan of anise, that licorice flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
No me gusta.
Oh, my wife is totally not. But matter of fact, when we would go to the Amish, the stores out in the Amish country here. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, we may go later today or next week. But they have a bulk store there where you can get like all kinds of stuff in bulk. And they have little bags of anise candies. Like they're just little hard candies that taste like anise. Mm-hmm. And I would buy those, but if I eat those, my wife won't come anywhere near me. So
they are Jamie retardant, is what you're saying?
A little bit. Yeah. No, she's not that terrible with it. She doesn't like the smell of beer either, but beer would definitely be a deterrent. Anise, like, she might kiss me if I if it's close or quick and yeah, whatever. Anyway, moving right along. All right. Would you rather have an extra set of eyebrows on your forehead or a very hairy unibrow? No trimming.
Oh my gosh.
Would you rather have an extra set of eyebrows or a very hairy unibrow? No trimming allowed.
Oh my Lord. Oh, that's so good. Because both of these are terrible options. I'm just thinking an extra set of eyebrows. I could go hang out, at a Star Wars, party and fit in, but nowhere else would I be.
Are you allowed to draw eyes underneath the second set of eyebrows?
Well, I'm just thinking like, how extra surprised would you look when you go like that and you've got two sets of eyebrows? Or how extra angry you would look when you're furrowing your brow. Oh, okay. Just for the pure comedy of it, I would choose the extra set of eyebrows on my forehead.
It definitely opens up some options.
Oh my gosh. I would get like all of the like unfortunate roles in movies just because like the ugly kid who's the comic relief,
So, this is where I have to make a confession. I kind of have a unibrow anyway. I trim it. So they don't connect. But it's light in the middle. It's not super thick, but it does say
this
a very hairy
unibrow.
Yes. So
like not two caterpillars, but like one giant caterpillar that ate the other two.
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go unibrow.
Oh, good for you,
We can't agree on all of them, so. But
I feel like I should have a mullet too. If I'm gonna have an extra set of eyebrows, I just feel like a mullet would just complete the party.
Well, hang on. We don't know what cards are coming up, so.
Oh, okay. All right,
a mullet might be an option on one of these.
This, by the way, Mitch, this is a great choice. This is awesome.
This has been fun.
This.
Yeah. Would you rather the government put barcodes on your wrist or microchip you?
Neither. Can I go to Canada, please?
So neither would be my first option, but we just for the game we have to pick one or the other.
A barcode or a microchip? Yikes. Oh man, this is getting into uncomfortable territory.
So real quick, my first initial reaction was microchip because of the tech angle on it. But then I realized what could they do with that microchip? So I'm going to go barcode.
Because they can't track your location with the barcode.
Right. And even if like you walked into the airport, say, the microchip could alert somebody that you were there. The barcode, just pull your sleeve up. It'd be easier to like fake too, if you needed to for some reason. I'm guessing that microchip wouldn't be easy to hack.
I don't know. It depends on who made it.
That one was terrible.
Barcode. Uncomfortable.
That was not fun at all. All right. Well, this one, Would you rather eat only Chick-fil-A or KFC?
Oh, Chick-fil-A. Duh.
I'm gonna admit that I've never had Chick-fil-A. We don't have them up here. I think the closest one is in Madison. All right.
Okay.
I will go to Chick-fil-A and I will have something at Chick-fil-A and report back.
Yes. The tastiest follow-up we've ever had.
Matter of fact, I will, when I go pick up my wife from work today, suggest that her and I go down to Madison today and go to the Chick-fil-A and have dinner there. I'm not promising that she's going to be okay with it.
Yeah.
But I will suggest.
How long of a drive is it to Madison?
Probably 40 minutes, 50 minutes from here.
Oh, okay.
So it's not bad.
No.
Maybe we'll just make an afternoon of it. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I'll probably go Chick-fil-A on that just because I know that it from all things that I've heard, it's better. I've had KFC, and if you want chicken and you're not too picky, KFC is all right. So, but sounds like people really enjoy Chick-fil-A, so I'll agree with you on that one. And I'll have to see if I can get down there and report back on that.
I had Chick-fil-A twice while I was in Atlanta because we don't
Yeah.
have it in my town either. I got to go up to the suburbs or the city to get it. But oh man,
Would you rather have
Oh.
a famous parent or a famous significant other?
Significant other.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one.
I don't want to like, because growing up in someone's shadow is a lot different than being married to someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it'd be a little bit easier to be able to take advantage of the money that's involved too. that was my first thought.
And the truth comes out.
That was totally my first thought. That's
that's
well,
good.
if my significant other is the famous one, then that's my money too, right? Significant other, that we're married.
Yeah.
And then if we weren't
read that
married,
prenup, Mitch.
I would still end up with some of that money. Yeah. Anyway, no prenup. All right. Would you rather find something valuable you lost or fix something valuable that was broken?
Oh gosh. Do we have room to interpret valuable the way we want to interpret it?
I think,
or are we speaking strictly monetarily valuable?
I think the implication, I don't know that it's really implying that it's monetarily valuable, but I would say you could go either way with this. I would open that up.
Then yeah, I would take the non-monetary route of something valuable that's broken and fix it.
I think I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I think I would take the valuable item that was lost that I found. I think the excitement of finding that would be like way cooler than the satisfaction of fixing something. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not a lot of difference, but I think it would just be like, oh, I found that thing, and it would be, yeah. And I don't think that it would matter if it was monetarily valuable or just like sentimentally valuable.
Yeah, I'm also not thinking of an like a thing. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
So I'm interpreting the question a little more what's the word? Philosophically.
Oh. Okay. I understand.
Yeah, you get what I'm
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
But I totally understand the joy of finding something that's been lost. That's a fun feeling.
No. All right. Would you rather try and escape being buried alive?
Oh no! What?
Or escape a corn maze with a murderer on the loose? Try and escape being buried alive, or escape a corn maze with a murderer on the loose.
Corn maze, 100%. I have a thing about being buried alive or being trapped in very, very, very small spaces that makes me exceedingly uncomfortable and makes me want to like literally rip my skin off. I
will agree with you on this one. At least with the murderer, you've got a fighting chance too if they find you in the corn maze.
Oh, I'm getting out of the corn maze. Like that's
All right. Would you rather be stuck in an elevator or on a Ferris wheel for 24 hours? Elevator or Ferris wheel for 24 hours?
Man.
The view would be better on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, but how are you going to sleep on a Ferris wheel?
But who am I stuck with in the elevator?
That's a great question. Gilbert Godfrey.
I mean, this could go a lot of different directions.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I would probably choose the elevator.
Yeah, you do bring up a good point with the sleep.
Yeah, the shifty nature of the Ferris wheel
and there's no mention of what the weather's like either. So I mean,
Well, yeah, and what kind of Ferris wheel is it too, right? Is it the one where it's just like a seat and a bar? Or
yeah.
is it like the gondola style one where you've got like, multiple seats? I don't know. I'm asking too many clarifying questions. I choose elevator.
I'll go elevator.
Not
It
that I particularly am keen on sleeping on an elevator floor because God knows what's living there.
yeah,
But
but it would be more comfortable than
Mhm.
being up in.
And you could prank call the fire department on the phone.
Mhm. Well, there's
You
always
guys
the
still aren't here yet?
there's always a possibility that you're close enough to the ground that maybe you've got a fighting chance to get off too. But it does say that you have to be there for 24 hours. So who's running a Ferris wheel that you get stuck for 24 hours anyway? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Elevator.
Maybe you sneak on, for a romantic getaway with someone while the circus is closed at night, and then you forget that the next day the circus isn't happening
Okay,
because they had to
I'll
shut down for something,
I'll
and they're
take your
not coming
point.
back to the. Yeah, I don't know.
But then you'd still be stuck close enough to the ground, wouldn't you? Oh no, I suppose you
Turn it
could turn
on,
it
man.
on. Yeah. Okay. All
Then the
right. Would
rapture happens, right? And then all of the carnies go to heaven.
would you rather be a cab driver in New York or a bike messenger in Chicago?
Oh, I've seen the bike messengers in Chicago. I have not seen the taxi drivers in New York in real life. Obviously, television all the time. Um, I would probably choose taxi driver in New York.
I'd go cab driver as well because at least you're not out in the elements.
Yeah, and when car and bike messenger meet, car always wins. So
True, true.
plus, I've never been to New York and I really want to, but
Yeah.
what's better than being a taxi driver in a city you know nothing about?
At least it'd be entertaining for a little while.
New Yorkers are known for their understanding and their patience. So I'm sure that
Mhm.
would be fine.
Sure. I mean, I work in retail, so I'm pretty used to getting yelled at all the time. Would you rather see all the wonders of the world or meet 10 inspiring people before you die? I have a
uh
guess at what I think you would say to this.
what's your guess?
And if this would be what you would guess, I would agree. I think I would want to see the wonders of the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured I better jump in ahead of you because it sounds like I keep just agreeing with you.
I agree with you, Mitch. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would love to go travel and see all of those. Great.
I don't know that I could think of 10 people like that, 10 inspiring people that would really matter as much to me as seeing some really cool stuff.
Oh, see, I had the opposite approach. I'm like 10 seems like a small number. Like if I'm gonna
Mm.
if you're gonna put it up against, the wonders of the world, give me like 30. I get to spend like a week with each of them.
Yeah. And to me, like when I get to the end of my life, which one would matter more to me? And I think it would be seeing some cool stuff. I think that would have been far more entertaining than being
Well, and the
inspired by
memories you
people.
made with the people you went to those places, right?
Hmm. All right. Would you rather have a chance to create a smartphone app or a video game?
Hmm. Interesting. This one's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would make a video game about.
Right.
That's the struggle.
I'm assuming that either one of these would be equally as popular and bring in an equal amount of money, because that would be a big determiner if the iPhone app or the smartphone app would bring in a ton of money, but the video game flopped. That would be
Oh yeah.
that would be a
Um,
thing. But
I think I would choose smartphone app over video game.
hmm,
And my reasoning is video games are entertainment, right? They're
hmm,
escape. They're, you can, play them with friends. So in a way they can be social for sure. I enjoy the social aspect of some games, but I think smartphone apps can also be games, but can also be a ton of other things, right? You open up the potential for, an app that could help save someone's life through health data or improve their uh, ability to get stuff done, or that sort of stuff. So I like the potential avenues that a smartphone app allows you outside of a video game.
I do agree this is a hard one because I think part of my reason for wanting to get into doing coding has been a game that I really enjoyed years ago that we've talked about on the podcast before. The Poker Quest by MotionX, recreating a game where you could just do like silly little dice rolling poker game, and it is a game. You know, I almost kind of look at it this way: the smartphone app could include a smartphone game. A video game would be more of like a broader appeal that would be available on consoles, on PC,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. So smartphone app, I think I would have to agree with you on that. That's I'm really on the fence with that because I could see either one of them being kind of fun, but I think your long-term appeal might be better more on a smartphone app versus a video game. Does that make sense? I mean, unless you like made Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Really, I think with a smartphone app, your long-term viability is much more in your control to continue developing the app and making it better and better over time. Where the video game, it's like you got to make a sequel now if you want to stay relevant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe smartphone app. Okay, this is a good one. At least it's going to be funny. Would you rather go without brushing your teeth for a year or
Oh.
have to use toilet water to brush your teeth for a week?
Um, I've got to go.
I'll go the toilet water.
Oh gosh,
I
this
I
is so gross.
I could not go without brushing my teeth. My wife would not let me go out without brushing my
You
teeth.
wouldn't have any teeth at the end of the year if you didn't brush them for a year.
It would be pretty rough.
Oh, this is so disgusting. I'm only answering this because I'm never going to actually have to do this. Toilet water, arf. Oh my god, that's so gross.
All right, moving right along. Would you rather always have an itch you can't scratch or have the thirst you can't quench?
Oh goodness. Probably a thirst I can't quench.
This is another tough one because it's like that. Both of them are just like those nagging, like, oh, I can't get over it. Um, I'm only gonna disagree with you and say I can't an itch I can't scratch because I think I could probably come to terms with that faster. Because I'd just be like, that's just an itch. I'm just never going to be able to do anything about that. So I'll just leave it. I guess it does depend on where the itch is, um, but yeah, I'm going to go with itch. Would you rather eat someone else's lunch or work or steal someone else's lunch money? I'm
Say
sorry.
that
Let
one
me
more
let me
time.
read that again. Would you rather eat someone's lunch at work or steal someone's lunch money?
In which way do I want to be a jerk? That's
Yeah,
this
right.
is asking. Um, man,
Let,
probably
let's
eat their
assume that
lunch.
the lunch money would be used for lunch. I would go steal someone's lunch money.
I would just probably eat their food.
I only say that because number one, it would be a little less traceable, and number two, then you'd still be able to pick something you want to eat. I mean, I guess you could assume that if you ate somebody else's lunch, at least it's something you would like. But with the lunch money, you have choices.
True.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Would you rather change your first name to a name you hate, or get a small tattoo on your face?
Oh my gosh. What is So would I rather be called Chaz or have a small tattoo on my face? Oh. Well, okay. I mean, a lot of people don't go by their first names, right? So
I'm not going to give you that. This is the name that people call you.
no, this just says a first name that you hate, and there are plenty of people that have
Okay.
first names that they hate.
Fine.
So yes, you could call me I don't know. What's a really awful name? Probably shouldn't say. I don't want to piss anyone off.
Well, you already said Chaz, so
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. We'll stick with Chaz.
yeah.
Chaz Brennan.
Yep. I would probably go
call
with
me Thor.
I would probably go with a small tattoo on my face. As long as it's a small tattoo. And that is a small tattoo.
What would your small tattoo be of, though? This is very important.
You know, I could do something like maybe a small cross, but I think it'd be funnier. So you know what a teardrop means, right?
I think I know what it means.
I've always been told that if somebody has a teardrop, it signifies they murdered somebody. So I'd probably just do a little teardrop just to intimidate people. Like, what's up?
No.
You gonna be trouble for me? I got a teardrop. Anyway, that's
you
stupid.
Better do your research before you make that choice, just in case it means something totally different.
Something else. Then I'm not going to speculate. All right. Would you rather never have to shave again or never have to style your hair again?
Never have to style my hair again.
Okay, so I keep my head shaved. So, but I also have a beard and I appreciate being able to grow a beard. So I will say style my hair again. Never have to style my hair again.
Because I got a mop up there.
Yep. I see why you're wearing a hat.
Yeah, it takes some some tender love and care to get it to not look like something died up there.
All right, here's a good one. Would you rather own a vacation home in the mountains or at the beach?
Mountains.
Mountains for sure. Yep.
Yeah. The crisp mountain air, the pretty evergreens.
I'm just not a beach guy. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I do like the mountains. I think it'd be pretty. And
you could get a mountain vacation home outside of Vancouver, so the beach is only like less than an hour away.
Yep. Hack the question.
There you go.
Would you rather have your toilet overflow every time you flush it or your refrigerator smell like rotten fish every time you open it?
Why are these so gross?
Have you never played Would You Rather?
Yeah, I have, but it feels like the scale is tilted towards make Cam want to have his insides be on his outsides. Have your toilet overflow every time you flush it, or have your fridge smell like rotten fish.
I'm gonna go with open it. I'm gonna go with the fridge.
Yeah,
it would be far less destructive and less mess to clean up. Or if it was the toilet, I would just not use the toilet. I got a big tree out back. I can dig a hole.
Oh, your neighbors. Call the police. He's doing it again.
Come on, man. My toilet overflows every time I flush it. Yikes. I used to work with a guy that when I was at the radio station that lived by the whole, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, dude, you worried that we're gonna run out of water? I mean, what? Our radio station was right next to the water treatment plant, so like
didn't have very far to go. Last stop on the sewage train.
Would you rather do over the last 5 years of your life knowing what you know, or have 5 years added to your life?
Redo the last 5. Yeah.
I don't know what I would change about the last 5 years. Maybe there would be a couple things I would change about the last 5 years. So yeah, I'll go with last 5 years. I, as a believer, I wouldn't want to add 5 more years to the end of my life, because that's 5 more years I got to be here and deal with this broken down body. All right, that was more of what I don't want to do versus what I would want. But would you rather be able to manipulate weather or speak to the dead?
Oh. So what superpower would I like? Do I want to be Storm or who talks to dead people? Bruce Willis from Sixth
I don't know.
Sense, right?
Yeah.
Or no, Haley Joel Osment. Kid was. Probably manipulate the weather, because speaking of dead people just sounds straight up creepy.
Yeah. What are they going to tell me anyway? I mean, I suppose I could build a business on it. There have been plenty of people who have done that.
Mitch, always
But
taking the money angle on these questions.
you know what, man? You got to make a living. Um, hmm. But then I'd be looked at as a fraud, and yeah. I'll go manipulate the weather. Yeah. I say the vacation that we're taking in June, I'm a little afraid that the weather's going to, that the hurricane's going to whip up or something.
You should be
But
all right in June, right?
trying not to tell my wife that, but don't want to give her anything to worry about.
You know she listens to this show, right?
Yeah. Would you would you rather have all your teeth fall out at once or all your hair?
Oh gosh.
I'm going to go hair on this one.
I got my gums and my pre-chewed peaches for my snack.
I suppose if all my teeth fell out, I could get implants, but never have to deal with a dentist after that.
Yeah, just like dentures. Um. uh, this is like both. It's just like vanity stuff, right? Teeth and hair.
Well, teeth have a function. That's why I kind of went with hair.
Yeah. Man, being bald is gonna be a bad look for me, but I'll go hair too.
Yeah, you can pull it off.
Dude, I have a huge square head. It's gonna be really unfortunate when I get to that point.
Hey, wear a hat.
This is true.
Yeah.
My shame cap.
Are you ashamed of your college team all of a sudden?
No, shame because it's covering my baldness.
Okay.
No, I'm very, very pleased with University of Michigan right now.
My wife watched one of the videos that we posted on YouTube of us recording the video, and she's like, "Oh, Cam, not the flat bill, flat bill hats."
You know
I'm
what?
sorry. You and I are about 10 years apart, and flat bills weren't a thing when we were young. So, and
this one
some people can pull it off. I can't.
This isn't even the flattest one that I have.
Yeah.
This one has a subtle curve to it.
It does. It looks like it's worked a curve into it. But... All right. Would you rather be a local news anchor or a national weather forecaster?
Oh, local news anchor, 100%. Feel like you can get away with more at a local news station.
I suppose, but the national weather forecaster probably makes more money. Dang it. All right. Would you rather have cherry or apple pie?
Oh, this is a tough one, Mitch.
This is easy for me. I love apple pie. I love apple pie. Cherry's good. I would not turn down either one of them, but if I had my choice, apple pie.
Yeah, so growing up in Michigan, cherry pie is a huge thing because Michigan has a ton of cherries. It's a thing. And my mom makes a killer cherry pie. I'm gonna go with cherry pie.
Yeah.
I haven't had a homemade cherry pie in far too long.
There is a restaurant that's not far from us. It's just over in the next town over that there is a list of meals that they have on their menu, and I usually get the Reuben, that you can have fries, you can have like a, there might be a baked potato on it, I don't know, something. But they list all the sides, and then as a choice they say, or you could have a piece of pie. Well, 100% of the time, I go in there and I have a Reuben with a Dutch carameled apple pie and a spotted cow
Oh my
beer.
gosh, that's like the heaviest meal in
That's
the
my
world.
lunch.
That's
That's
lunch.
or a
How do you
lunch or dinner.
how do
Yeah.
you accomplish anything after that?
Oh, it's good. It's good. Sometimes I take the apple pie home and eat it later. Depends on who I'm with and the time of day. But apple pie for sure. Would you have? I don't know if I could guess between the two of these. I have an opinion, but would you rather have Columbo or Matlock on the case if you were murdered?
I know nothing about Columbo, and all I remember from Matlock is watching it with my grandma when I was a kid. So I'm gonna go with Matlock.
So I'm gonna say that I don't know for sure, but if I were to, my impression of Columbo is that he's kind of played off as like the almost like a dim-witted antisocial kind of character. Maybe not dim-witted, it's not the right word, but he almost, I guess in today's parlance, we don't might almost put him on the spectrum, just the way that he handled things and stuff. Matlock, much more of a straightforward, formulaic like detective.
Mm-hmm.
I think Columbo would be far more entertaining. So I'm gonna go Columbo.
Fair enough.
I really should watch a few episodes of both before making that, but we don't have time. Would you rather be in allegiance with Tony Soprano or Tony Montana? I'm not sure that I
uh,
know enough about Tony Montana.
yeah, I haven't seen Scarface, so I don't know. Probably Tony Soprano.
Yeah, I'll probably go Soprano.
I feel like I'm gonna die either way, and not a nice way, but gotta make choices in life.
I'm not sure that I can read this on this podcast. All right, you can make a call if you want to cut this out, but would you rather have sex in a church or in the back of a hearse?
uh,
That is the question.
I only church, but only because in the back of a hearse is like weird, creepy stuff that I'm not into weird, creepy stuff like that. So.
Not just that, but there's like rails for the stuff to ride in on and metal all over. And it's like, I think it would be terribly
Oh, I
uncomfortable.
just assumed that a coffin would be involved too, which I'm like, no, thanks. No. I'm good. I'm good out here.
I know how you are with spaces.
Well, and dead people going like, there's too many weird things about that. So
I probably have to say church. Just because a hearse, would be kind of creepy. That one again comes down to which one would be worse. So, would you rather be more technologically inclined or better with people?
Gee. I think it's silly that we have to choose. I am technologically inclined and I'm also good with people. But if I had to choose, I would probably choose good with people because people matter more than technology does.
Yeah, I'll have to say better with people. My initial reaction was I would much more rather be technically inclined so people would leave me alone. But oh boy, here's our question. I know this would be one that my wife and I would disagree on. We'll see if you agree or disagree. Would you rather live in the fantasy world of Lord of the Rings as a hobbit or live in an unknown world in Star Wars as a Jedi who must fight? I'm a Jedi all the way.
On an unknown planet and you must fight? Or do I get to be a hobbit and eat 7 meals a day?
That's actually a pretty intriguing idea, but I would just I love the whole Jedi thing enough to say, you know what, I could live with. I think really what it comes down to is you want to live a peaceful life as a small powerless thing, or do you want to live a tumultuous life, um, but have power?
Mm, when you say it that way, I would choose the calm, peaceful life. But when you attach Hobbit and Jedi, I choose Jedi
Right.
because I can move things with my mind.
Well, and the crazy thing is like I'm going to get nerdy again. When you get into the whole Jedi thing, there's so much more that Jedi can do than just telekinesis. And even if you start to like move more towards the center, and try and balance the light and dark side, then there's so much more you can do. But anyway.
Like murders. One thing that this is a serious question, Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
With how good Jedi are at hitting laser beams with their lightsaber, how come there is not a Jedi baseball league?
I don't know if baseball exists
I'm
in
just
the Star
saying,
Wars
you think they
universe.
would have come up with some way to have a competitive sport around hitting stuff with their lightsabers because they're really good at it.
They're Here's the thing, they're really good at it because they have a short precognition to know where those things are going to be at and what the consequences of how what they do, uh the what they're doing would, I think it would give them an unfair advantage in a baseball league.
Well, but if it's all Jedi, then they all have it.
Maybe. I just they don't seek for themselves though. They live to serve others.
Yeah, tell that to Anakin.
That's why he went to the dark side.
No, he didn't go. He was always there. They just didn't want to acknowledge
I think, yeah. All right, have you settled on Hobbit?
No, I'm gonna go with Jedi. I want a lightsaber.
Jedi.
Come on.
All right, let's do that. Well, right in a row here. Would you rather own Darth Vader's helmet or Michael Jackson's Thriller jacket?
The Thriller jacket for sure.
Why?
Because
I'd take the Vader's helmet.
I mean, look, either way, if I wear them in public, I'm being judged, right? Look at that weirdo with the Vader helmet on her. Why does that white kid have a Michael Jackson jacket? Like, it's not even the 80s anymore. But no, I think I could have more fun with the Michael Jackson jacket.
Would you rather play the kazoo or finger cymbals?
Again, if I could pair the finger cymbals with my Michael Jackson jacket, yes, and my double eyebrows, I would win America's Got Talent in a second.
This episode is gonna, if we had to actually follow through with all the stuff that we're picking, it would be pretty wild. I'd be a Jedi with a unibrow.
No, you could cover it up with your Vader helmet, so no one would know.
It's true. It's true. Kazoo or finger cymbals? I'm gonna go kazoo.
Finger cymbals because they're ridiculous in every way.
All right. Would you rather drive on the wrong side of the road or drive double the posted speed limit?
Double the posted. Yikes. This is tricky because there's a lot that goes into it, right?
Yeah, this one's a tricky one.
If you're on the wrong side of the road, you're almost definitely getting in an accident. If you go double the posted speed limit, there's potential for an accident. And I'm also trying to calculate which ticket would be way more expensive. Probably double the posted speed limit.
Yeah.
So I think I'll live dangerously and drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yep, I'll have to agree with that. I really don't know, but wrong side of the road probably be the better. Would you rather watch the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics?
Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics, 100%. Would you rather go on tour as a roadie for your favorite band or be a key part of an entourage for a band whose music you don't like?
Roadie. For
Yeah, I'll
sure.
do the roadie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather chug orange or grape soda?
Uh, Orange soda.
My initial reaction was orange soda, but I actually think that I enjoyed grape soda just a
I
little
don't
bit more.
I don't like grape soda. It's
Yeah.
plus, if I'm chugging orange soda, then I can, quote Keenan and Kel. Who loves orange soda?
Orange soda hits a spot in the back of my mouth and it just kind of makes it feel weird. I Grape soda doesn't do that for me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Would you rather have French toast or pancakes for breakfast in bed?
Oh, I do love French toast.
I do
It's
love
quite
French toast.
scrumptious.
Yep. I'm going French toast.
Pancakes are good too, but if given the option.
French toast is so much better though.
The French toast is très magnifique.
So once a year at Costco, they get a big pallet of syrup in. And I'm trying to remember. Hold on, I think I got a bottle over here.
Oh my gosh, you are from Wisconsin. You have syrup in your studio.
No, I don't have one over. No, I got a thing for keeping bottles. I have a bottle over here, but it doesn't have the label on it. But it's a company called Crown that makes specialty maple syrups, and this one is bourbon infused maple syrup, and it is delicious.
I bet it is.
But they only really have it in the fall, and I swear they get like one pallet of it in, and then it just once it sells out because I can usually get it for a couple of months and then it's gone. Either that or they get a few pallets of it, but it seems like there's one pallet and it just slowly sells out. So French toast with my bourbon infused maple syrup.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Maple syrup.
Some tree juice.
It's good stuff. I got some old friends of ours that were doing had planted some maple trees to do syrup, and I haven't heard anything about that since. So should get in contact with them and see if they're doing that. Would you rather have a snowball fight or a water balloon fight?
Man, those are both really good options.
I'm going snowball.
Yeah, I'll do water balloon.
Okay,
I'll do water balloon.
And my reasoning for it is that I'm having a snowball fight, so I can be dressed for the weather, and then when I'm done, I don't have to like go change my clothes because I'm all wet or anything like that.
Oh, see, that's funny because my thought was snowball fight. It's cold. You're cold. You get hit with snowball in face. Your face is cold.
Yeah.
Water balloon fight. It's hot. It actually feels nice to get hit with a water balloon because it cools you off a little bit.
All right, I see it. Would you rather have James Earl Jones or Arnold Schwarzenegger as a voice of your GPS mapping system? James Earl Jones, for sure.
Yeah, well, I thought this was going to be a narrator of your life, in which case I would have chose James Earl Jones. But the thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger yelling at me through my GPS, "Turn right now, do it, turn right,
do it now,
get to the parking lot." And you would
your destination.
You wouldn't get any like in 2 miles. Do this. It would just be turn left now. Do it. Listen to me now. Understand me later. Turn left. I realize my Arnold's not great, but it's still really fun.
Still pretty funny.
Yeah, so, that would be funny.
Yep. Would you rather oink like a pig when someone talks about food or make kung fu moves every time someone talks about music?
Oh, this is a good one. How was your Chick-fil-A?
This episode's going to be so much fun to edit.
Oh my gosh. I think the kung fu one is where I would lean.
I think kung fu would be fun,
Because
just because it's kung
I'm just
fu.
picturing myself at church doing kung fu during worship. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But the pig oinking that's really funny. Was it anytime anyone else talks about food, or
It
anytime you
says,
talk about food?
oink like a pig when someone talks about food. So imagine, I imagine for a second that I'm at Famous Dave's and they're like, what would you like to eat to? It'd just be like
Oh,
this
so you'd like the pulled pork?
uncontrollable
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. I would like,
Oh my gosh,
all right, we got
that's
to stop
awesome.
doing that. That's disgusting. All right. Would you rather have a horrible body odor that deodorant didn't help or severe halitosis?
Probably the halitosis, though neither is great because
Halitosis because I don't have to open my mouth.
yeah,
Right now, wearing masks, that helps. But
oh god, but you would just be smelling it all day long.
well, it's my burden to bear. So
Yeah, but an unquenchable BO is no thank you, man. I've
yeah.
already been to middle school once. I don't need to go back.
Right. So, would you rather ride the scariest roller coaster in the world or bungee jump off the tallest bridge in the world?
Mm,
Oh man, I wouldn't want to do either one of these.
yeah, no, this is a hard pass for both. But since I have to choose, I would choose roller coaster because that somehow seems safer than jumping off of a bridge with a rubber band tied to my ankles.
I'll just do roller coaster. Yeah. Moving on. Would you rather go back and meet the Man in Black, Johnny Cash, or the King, Elvis Presley? Would you rather meet Johnny Cash or Elvis Presley?
Probably Johnny Cash. I think Elvis
so.
is overrated.
I like Johnny Cash.
Johnny was a little more relatable with his poor life choices.
Would you rather have suction cup like hands or wheels on your feet?
Suction cup like hands. So I don't have suction cups on my hands, but they function like suction cups.
Yep.
Like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or permanent wheels attached to my feet.
It didn't say permanent, but that's assumed. Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Oh gosh.
I'm going wheels on my feet because I work in retail. And I'm on my feet all day.
And I imagine at some point you would figure stairs out. Like you would just get good enough on the wheels that you could figure stairs out.
Oh, for sure.
I'm just thinking of all the things I like to do with my hands that suction cups would absolutely ruin.
Yep.
Like typing on a keyboard, playing my guitar, stroking my beard. Yeah, I'll go with wheels on the feet and just wear elbow pads constantly for the inevitable woo falling backwards.
Would you rather die 10 years before your time but be allowed to haunt those that hurt you? or your family, or die on time and be an angel that can help everyone but your own family?
So wait, I can die early and haunt people that hurt me.
Die 10 years before your time but be allowed to haunt those that hurt you and your family, or die on time and be an angel that can help everyone but your own family.
I'd be an angel.
Yeah, I think the decent person inside me would be an angel.
What about the vindictive one, though, Mitch?
The vindictive person inside me might like to die 10 years early and haunt those that hurt me. Depends on which side of me I am feeling like that day. Would you rather get lost in the woods at night, having to find your way out, or sleep in a cemetery with your best friend?
This is such a weird one.
Get lost in the woods at night, having to find your way out, or sleep in the cemetery with your best friend. I'll sleep in the cemetery.
And I'm assuming we're meaning actual like slumber and not the colloquial term for sleeping with. Okay.
Correct.
He's not my type. Yeah, I guess sleep in a cemetery. I mean, I don't. That's
Yeah.
just less work than walking out of the woods would be.
Yeah.
It's not like either's particularly scary. The woods is more
that's fair.
dangerous. The woods is more dangerous for sure. So yeah, I would just, enjoy a nice slumber outside.
All right. Well, we need to end on something, and I think this is the one to end on. Would you have breakfast for dinner or pizza for breakfast every day for a year?
Oh, breakfast for dinner.
I would
Because if
go
I'm eating
pizza for breakfast.
dude, you're gonna gain 45 pounds if you have pizza every day for breakfast.
You might be right, but pizza for breakfast still is good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would get sick of either at that point. But I feel like breakfast. Now you could have different kinds of pizza for breakfast, right? So you could get your.
I mean, you could have
that
breakfast
way.
pizza for breakfast.
That's true.
Yeah.
But what also technically you can have for breakfast or dinner, breakfast for dinner is you can throw a little steak in there. So it's not just eggs and toast and pancakes and
eggs
toast.
And
some
steak
sausage,
and
some steak and eggs. Yeah.
You could have French toast for dinner.
Now, if I'm having eggs every night for dinner, my cholesterol, I will die, right? Because so I don't think either is great, but you could have some cereal for dinner, some grits, oatmeal. There's just a lot more options.
Not a grits fan. Tried
it.
They
are interesting. No. Oh my gosh. Biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah, I would do that
I want dinner. That so much right now.
Never mind. Dinner for or breakfast for dinner is my choice now.
Oh man, biscuits and gravy with some sausage. Oh,
the biscuits and gravy that we had at Bob Evans down in Nashville was amazing.
And there's this old school diner cafe around the corner that I think closes at 1. I might have to go. I might have to go see if they'll make me some biscuits and gravy. I just got way too excited about that. I'm not sorry.
Man, this is one of the most fun episodes I think we've had. We're going to have to do this again sometime. So thank you, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't give us any money for it. And I'm paying you. So excellent.
I think we got that sponsorship backwards, man.
Yeah, I think we did. How did that work?
We're sponsoring them.
Anyway, you can check us out on innerdialogue.show to get our previous episodes. And if you've got questions, comments, or you need anything from us, maybe you got a show idea, or maybe you just paid our show and you want to troll us.
Or they have the best would you rather question that they want us to answer.
We could do that too. If you got a good one, send it over. You can get a hold of me on Twitter at Mitch Craig.
And I'm also on Twitter at Mitch Craig. Just kidding.
I guess we're going that way this time.
I'm at Cam Brennan. I just wanted you to bug Mitch. That's all.
Well, Cam, it's been fun. You have a good rest of your day and enjoy your biscuits and gravy.